Good morning, everybody's still sleeping and we're getting ready for another day working on Explorer 2. It's coming along really well, and in this video we're going to show you what it took to build this media center. Big shout out to Touchstone for sending us the fireplace and the TV lift. Without you guys that would have not happened. I don't know what would be there right now. But yeah, so it's built out of 3/4 inch MDF and 2x2s, a whole bunch of pocket screws. And we'll make another video showing you just the final project, but in this video you'll get to see how we did it anyway. This is going to be our media center with a TV. Touchstone is sending us a TV lift that's on its way right now. And we're gonna kind of put it in here and see what happens. It's kind of winging it, but it should be pretty straightforward. I won't be able to finish it all today, just because we don't have the TV lift yet, so I don't want to put it all together and then it not fit. We do have the TV, it's a 43-inch Sony, and then we don't have the fireplace, but the TV mount should be going right here, so we kind of taped it out. Then the TV's gonna be here. We're gonna have a stud wall here, and then another stud wall here, and then what Leanne wants is over here, a bit of space for some shelving in there, so we're gonna try doing that. But first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut them to length, so I kind of know, kind of start visualizing it. I kind of just wing it as I go. A bit of measuring, a lot of winging it. Now I don't really use, I don't really measure that much. I might do like 1 or 2 measurements, but then what I do is I use existing pieces that I've cut to kind of get the same length, so they're all really consistent. Because I don't really care if it's 51 inches or 50 inches, as long as things fit and kind of they're equal and everything works. So I'm gonna go cut some lumber and then I'll be back. And alright, I'm back, and here they are. So this is going to be the first stud wall, and then we one more here, and those can be the tops, but I guess we'll make one here too, but it'll probably be a bit shorter, so it won't be the full length because Leanne wants those corners in them. So I think that worked out pretty well, so I think the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the first one. So I'm just going to obviously go up all the way, but then it'll look like this. We're putting corian on top of all of this, so I want to make sure it's nice and strong. Also, if somebody ever were to want to sit on this, it's not going to go collapse, because that's the last thing we want. So we want to make it nice and sturdy, or this is better. I like sturdy much better. Pebbles, that's enough. Pebbles barking, Leanne telling you it's enough. So, I told you guys that I don't really like measuring. Maybe because I'm no good at measuring stuff, so I just don't. And it's never worked for me in the past. So what I do is I kind of just mark my wood. So I know that this is the vertical. It's kind of straight, and I know that the one sitting on top of here. So all I do is align those two. Make sure they're nice and even. There we go, made my mark. So I'm going to cut this away here. Nice X. Cut this away, nice on the mark, nice and straight. And then I might cut it a bit high and then start shaving it down until it's just right. And then I'm happy, and then I can use this as a guide piece, and I'll cut all the other ones. Pocket holes, put them together, boom, everything is done. No, it won't be that easy. this is day 2. I guess the second day of the project to build our entertainment center. We got the touchstone lift and the touchstone fireplace. Thank you. So now I think we're ready to put some of our pieces together and kind of take it to the next step. Probably won't be able to get this all done today, or I know we won't, but probably be able to do quite a few things. We got the TV over there. It's a 43-inch Sony TV, 4K TV. So we'll be using that. That should be nice and thin. And then yeah, so I'm just gonna do it. You can see right here, this is the box that the TV lift comes in. So we're gonna take it apart. Alright, open the box and kind of figure out how much work this is gonna be, how many pieces and whatnot. You do have an instruction manual. I usually don't read them at first, and then I end up reading them. There's a bag full of bolts and nuts. Two brackets of sorts. A box. With a remote. Probably electrical bits. There's my wife. Very good. We got another box. Watch out, my love.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were recording.
And then we got, this looks like one of the brackets for the TV. Should be 2 of these in there. Yep, here's number 2. Oh, talk about heavy? It's heavy. There we go. I got some of these 6 1 1/4 screws. I think they're number 6, but I don't know anything about screws, so it doesn't really matter. There's a 6 on it. What I'm gonna do, this plate here that is glued down, I'm gonna screw that on. These are the little screws. But, so I wanna make sure nothing splits or goes wrong. And I wanna make sure they're flush too. I'm gonna use this, oh, it's not focusing. Whatever. Oh, there it was. There it is. Use this drill bit. Alright. Because I don't like measuring, especially doing math, so I'm not good at math. What I'm going to do is I have the frame here for the fireplace, and then I have the main, like this thing, whatever. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure the center of each of those, of this one and this one, and then I'm just going to line up the center, make my marks on the side, and then I know where the connecting pieces will go, and you'll see. But that's what I'm going to do because I suck at measuring and stuff like that. There's one tool that I think is really awesome, and you probably need, other than like basics like a drill, it'd be clamps. So I drilled the holes for the TV lift into the back plate in the bottom. And then in here I got some lag bolts, which are like pointy bolts. I was trying to have a nut on the end that I was gonna drive in there. But then, this is the back. I use these nylon lock washers, which I'll tighten up. I'm gonna leave everything loose for now. Once the flooring is in, then this will just fit right in. That's it. Quick update. Not a quick update, but it's been a while. I've just been kind of not recording as much because it's pretty boring. But I got a lot of the, I guess the facing, I don't know what it's called, it doesn't really matter, on. And I just finished cutting this piece here, which is for the fireplace to cut out. And what I could have done is I could have done like 4 pieces and just kind of tacked them together. But I was worried about seams when it's being painted. So I just decided to use one big piece of 3/4 inch MDF and cut a hole into it. That's kind of what it looks like from the inside. Nothing is glued in or tacked down yet. I was using an 1/8 inch MDF in here, but then I was worried about support for shelves in there because we were going to put doors here. But yeah, so I guess I'll take it all out. I'll take all the facing out for the flooring and then finish everything else once the flooring is in. And it's sure gonna look different with new flooring in our motorhome. The new flooring is in, and I'm just working on the entertainment center again. The touchstone TV lift is in there. It's all good. Electrical is in there. I did that myself, just don't tell anybody. And I'm working on this access panel here. And what I'm doing is, because I want to have bolts in there, not screws. So I want to make bolt holes, and I'll show you guys more about that later, likely. But I'm drilling from the inside out, so I don't need to measure it. So I know that I'm exactly kind of where I need to be. So now I'm going to measure these from this side in, and then apply those holes down there as well, and then we're good to go. And what I did is I just clamped the top. I got these little spacers, these plastic spacers. I'll probably use those for the cabinet spacing as well. And then I just kind of clamped everything in there. Thankfully I have that hole over there for those cables to come through. Otherwise it would have been a bit more difficult. And then we just gotta sand these off. That's where the screw holes were, and we're good to go. Hey, I'm back. Everything is back. We got the motorhome back from the paint shop, so the interior is painted. New cabinets, or new cabinet paint, and we're just waiting for the doors and whatnot. But the media center is also painted, so it looks really great. And the touchstone TV lift is in there, which is really awesome, and it works. Here it is. Pretty awesome. You got the plate up here. There's a roller that comes with it as well in case you want like the lid that flips up, but we took that off because what we're going to do is we're going to put a solid piece of corian on top of here once the countertops are in. And there it is. And then down here, I kind of cut off for you, I believe, the fireplace, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to put the fireplace in. At least I'm going to give it a shot. I might need to do some sanding on the opening. Maybe. I made it pretty tight because I didn't want it to move a lot. But yeah. And then that's our TV. Here's what that is. Stuck. I mean, I might need rougher sandpaper.
There's one in the box in the garage.
Can you get the orbital sander? It's in one of my toolboxes. Just lift it back. Round. You know what it looks like. It's yellow, round, big. Yeah.
You're sweaty. Ugh.
Victory at last.
This is Marquee black matte paint that I used for another project and just happened to have it in here. And when, I don't know when this happened, but there's like a little chip on the corner here. I think it may have happened when it was being shipped, or perhaps when we were shipping it back and forth to the RV. In any case, we're gonna fix it and not get paint on the floor.
Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Subscribe below. Leanne is much better than I am at making these videos. But subscribe and do whatever else you need to do. We're also on Instagram, Explorking, and on Twitter, Facebook, and everywhere else. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Again, big shout out to Touchstone for making this happen. And we'll make another video showing you guys the final product, kind of with the countertops on and what. I feel kind of like a weatherman. I'd be a good weatherman. I probably wouldn't be a good weatherman. So we'll nobody will ever see this.